Hey guys, Travis here on the first day of the playoffs, first split. It's very hard to figure out what to call this thing, but there's a bunch of teams here competing for money and that kind of thing. So I'm joined by Lautemortis, and you guys aren't playing this week. So what are you up to at the LCS studio?
Uh, Prale's here guest commentating after the game, so I'm here to accompany him as his date, to make sure he's getting the right analysis out of the games, and we laugh and make fun of all the teams that are better than us, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So you two are like the guys in the Muppets that sit up in the balcony and just sort of make jokes at everyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good analysis. He uh he's like, "Oh wow, I'm way better than that mid player. I would have killed him 4 times." And I'm like, "Yeah, and I'd be ganking top right now. We'd get like the ace at 4 minutes." And so yeah, you're gonna have to look forward to those plays that we've been refining while watching.
I'm sure it helps you guys to sort of scope them out. So what have you thought about the game so far? So right now we should give an update. So GGU beat Dig and CLG is 1 game down against Vulcan. So out of the 4 matches you've seen, or 4 games so far, 2 matches, what have you thought?
Uh, Ezreal was really a big factor in the games against GGU and Dignitas. It ended up being a Baron steal by Nintendo that won the third game. So those games were actually very interesting and very close, and kind of showed you a new build on Ezreal that's been played a lot competitively recently because of Korea. And then the most recent game, Vulcan versus CLG, which is like a total stomp by Vulcan, which is like a product of two lanes winning at the same time, and really no winning lanes for CLG. So they went into where you would expect them to have team fights behind, but they never really had a team fight. They just kept falling further and snowballing further and further behind. So I don't think that that necessarily means bad things for CLG in the next games. I think if they can pick up, the slack, they can finish the series out and win against Vulcan. But it'll be hard to overcome. I guess the morale deficit you get from losing the first game that badly, but I still think CLG as a more veteran team has a very good chance of pulling off a win.
So last week we heard that Brunch was going to be stepping down. I talked to you at the time, and Chuuper now is coming in as the AD carry. So give me the Chuuper update. How are things progressing on the Chuuper front?
Cheaper's a lot better AD carry than he was a mid player. Not to say he was a bad mid player, but you're going against like the top 8, top 7 players in North America at that position, and he was still getting adjusted to mid. He's kind of settled back into a groove in AD carry, and he's doing very well. He's supported by MIA, who knows the lane very well. So they bounce ideas. They talk a lot more than our old bot lane. He still has a few kinks to work out, and we're working on those before our qualifier matches. But so far, so good.
It's good to hear. You guys are probably going to be going up against Quantic. What are your concerns with them? Like, how concerned are you of that matchup?
They're the best amateur team right now, like far and away. We feel pretty confident. I'd say we probably win that matchup 80% of the time. But I've heard very scary things about them, and apparently they regularly take games off of TSM. Their jungler, Meteos, is an awesome guy, and he's a really good jungler. He was our sub for Complexity, so we're good friends with him, and we know he's really good and really talented, and if we want to beat them, he's our guy to shut down.
Very good. So you're going to be going for that Meteos. Sort of wrapping up the interview. You have any predictions for the whole tournament this weekend?
Uh, Predictions, I would say I think TSM is the strongest team coming in. Not only shown it by their LCS play in the past few weeks, but also in scrims they play extremely strong, and it's hard to take games off them. So I would be an idiot not to say TSM. GGU plays really interesting, so they could take games off of anybody. But if I was guessing, not knowing the winner between CLG and Vulcan yet, so it'd be stupid to pick one of them, I would go with TSM.
All right. Thank you so much for the interview. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing more analysis from Prawley via you throughout the weekend, so at least throughout the day. For everyone, this is Travis on the first day of the LCS playoffs. You can check out the rest of our coverage at gamespot.com/LCS.